All the families is here.
Where you going? Sit down, no talking. Get here.
All here,
Okay.
that's the deed
We have a
this
seat
week.
down.
The watch those harm and danger, walking on the night highway, take off, watch those people there.
Everybody that testified, you turn it on them, okay? I give out to God and all the saints. Thank God for being here. We thank God for, I'm still feasting off of this morning. We had a good spirit here this morning, praise God. And once y'all be praying for Sister Williams, Brother Williams, praise God. Sister Williams called this evening and said he was having, I don't know if it was a seizure or what, but she was calling for prayer. Y'all be praying for Brother Williams, praise God. All right.
It's your mama.
You're going to testify, get down so I can get the camera. Interesting.
Amen.
Amen. Jabari.
Did our the testimonies? We'll turn to the next one today. Good evening, please.
Good evening.
How's everybody this evening? Amen. We're not going to take up a lot of time, but we do have a distinguished guest tonight, and we're not stepping on young people's service, but this is going to enhance the young people because the brother that we're going to call up, he's a motivator, and he's helped a lot of young people to find themselves and to get into the struggle myself about liberation.
We're a little
And,
prejudice. Yeah. We're a little
A little
prejudice.
information about the brother. He's a very distinguished brother, chosen by God, and he was in the 63 and 64 civil rights movement. Dr. Martin Luther King got an award from Dr. Martin Luther King for citizenship, and first black man in the, is that the Navy or was it Air Force War Room? First black person ever to be in the Air Force War Room. You know what the War Room is? You're assigned to it. When they make decisions, who's going to be next, who they going to invade, the first black man in there. So he's got what do you call that? A clearance, top secret security. That's clearance. And the brother's very knowledgeable in Hebrew history, and he's going to share some things with us concerning the Hebrew culture and the Bible and a lot of things that have been hidden from us and kept from us by slave masters, you would say, or those people, or whatever you want to call them. But we thank God for Him sending us people that have information, because that's what we're about, information. And when God sends someone to me got information like this, I'm not going to run away from it. I'm going to be ready to receive it, because you never know when you'll be able to use it to help someone else. I have gobs and gobs of tapes, different people that have come visit us, Amala Kill, Matt D, and Steve Doss, and a lot of other brothers that had some powerful knowledge come and visit us. I got these on video and audio tapes. And one of these days, we're going to get together and we're going to go back over these tapes and study this information. When we start our think tanks, or when we get this thing really organized and get it together, we're going to have this information to present to our young brothers and sisters that are just getting in the struggle, so we can help them to grow. But I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to call the speaker, and he's going to come in his own way. He's going to share with you a lot of knowledge and information that I'm sure some of us know a little, but I think a lot of us don't know a lot about Hebrew history. So we're going to call down and welcome him. His name is Yahweh, I'm sorry, Yahweh Allah. Allah. Amen. Let's welcome with a hand. Amen. God bless you.
Thank you very kindly. Elder Davis, is that right? Yes. Assalamu alaikum to everybody. I'm indeed delighted to be here. You know, a teacher, if they're called to teach, they'll teach anywhere. They don't mind teaching. Amen. I remember once I was teaching over in Jamaica. That's where the tribe of Benjamin is. That's the baby of the 12 tribes. They went into slavery over there in the Caribbean. And there was a young man in the park I used to teach in over there, and he was teaching the high school students and the college students and the grade school students Einstein's theory of relativity. I'm not trying to talk over your heads, but E equals mc squared. And he had on a pair of Bermuda shorts and no shirt. And he was showing shortcuts to trigonometry. And he wasn't being paid, not a dime. And a lot of these students that I know that were standing around and listening on their way to school, I know they would have never even learned the method that he was teaching, even if they went to the highest university in Jamaica. So some men are dedicated to teaching, some are dedicated to teaching truth. I, for one, I never wanted to be a preacher. Amen. I don't like the title of a preacher. But if you call me a teacher, I've got enough papers to prove, and I hope to prove to you that I am a teacher. Come on. A teacher likes to give tests. Is that right? That's right. All right, I'm going to give you a little test, and if you have never been exposed to this test, I want you to answer for me. If you've had the test already, I hope your memory is still working, don't you answer, okay? Okay? I want you to answer me based on what you were taught in school, academically, grade school, high school, trade school, religious school, synagogue, or whatever. And answer quickly, and we'll move through this and we'll go on higher. How many hours is it to a day? I can't hear you. Ain't nothing to whisper about. They told you in school, the teacher told you to lie real loud. That's right. And all y'all who said 24, hold up your hands real high. All y'all is liars. That's right. Do you know why? It's only 12 hours of daylight, and it's 12 hours of darkness. There has never been a 24-hour day on the planet Earth, and you better be glad. Because had there been, we would have long ago burned up. And everybody on the opposite side of the planet on that 24-hour day, they would have frozen solid stiff and they'd have been gone too. So we know the pink folks and white folks, red folks, brown folks, black folks lie. All right? All right? But why do they tell the slaves it's 24 hours to a day, telling this lie even to this very minute? What is the reason behind this? If a slave works the midnight shift, the graveyard shift, the swing shift, the evening and the morning shift, without realizing he's supposed to go to bed and be in his bed at night, he's going to actually lose his mind if he don't sleep, but his time clock gets off in his mind, and he'll work 24 hours thinking it's day, when he knows damn well it's dark for 12 hours. Is that right? That's right. Okay, how many months a year is it? Quickly. 12 months. How many say 12? Hold up your hand. Y'all lied again. See, it's very easy to lie. You know what? But you know somebody got to tell you the truth to stop you from lying. That's right. All right, how many weeks is it to a month? 4. No. How many weeks now to a month? 4, right. Because there's 4 Sabbaths to every month. Is that right? In Hebrews, we go by the lunar calendar. Lunar. Moon calendar. Okay? Now, if it's 4 weeks to every month, and it's 52 weeks to every year, somebody do the math on it. Divide 4 into 52 and see what you get. You get 13 months and 1 12-hour day and 1 12-hour night to every year. Isn't that something? Where did the lie come from? How long ago? When the Romans brought the African Hebrew people out of their land and into the Roman government's controlled lands, they had to pay them some wages under democracy. And under democracy said, we'll pay them 12 months, but we'll work them for 13 months and one 12-hour day and one 12-hour night, and they won't even recognize they're being shortchanged. Is that right? They've got African women so confused in the mind, they don't even know when their monthly cycle is due. Some of them trying to practice birth control by the rhythm method and ain't going by the time method.
All right.
Amen, and often getting caught.
Come on.
But it's only 28 days to every month. Now how do you prove this? If the clouds are out of the way tonight, you go out and look at the moon tonight, whatever position you see it in now, exactly 28 days and 28 nights from now, the moon will be right back in that same position. Isn't that proof enough? Huh? Oh, sure it's proof enough. Okay, now here's one right here. I know y'all get this one. How many senses do you have?
He said 5. They said
How many senses did they teach you that you had in school?
we had 5.
5. Isn't that right?
That's wrong.
Another big lie. See, they just trick you slaves all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody name the 5.
Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch.
Okay. Now, the most important one they left off. Guess what it is? Your mind. Your mind. The pink folks, the white folks, the brown folks, and the black folks to this very day in school do not teach you that you have 6 senses. And you can look in Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, and it'll start out telling you about 5. And as it goes on down into commentary, then he'll touch on that 6. The mind. So they said the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and they've got African people programmed into eternity to waste their minds. So I'm here trying to bring it back to reality now.
Yes.
Make you use it. Like the elder said earlier today, well, you only use about 5% of it. I don't think some of them use that much.
That's it.
I'm not kidding. Because, you know, most people don't even know that you don't see with your eyes. Did you know that? How do you know this? Millions of people have eyes, can't see nothing. Amen. Some more millions got ears. They cannot hear anything. But they got them ears. Now here's the secret to medicine, why you get sick. And you know, if you study Yahweh's laws, Yahweh has laws that cover everything.
All right.
We got dietary laws, sanitary laws, righteous laws, ceremonial laws.
Yeah.
You heard of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
They're all for a purpose. All right? How many openings do a man have to his body?
It's 5.
Wrong again. Just think now, use the 6th sense. You done come up a little bit. You come up to 7. We're up to 7 already. Anybody else got an opinion? Somebody else come up with a number. Okay, well, how many you know? How many openings?
9, 8.
Okay, he's up to 8 now. We're doing better.
9.
He got 9. Okay, we're doing real good. We're doing real good. Okay, you name the 9. Brother, you name the 9.
2 nose, 2 yeah.
2 nostrils,
2 eyes.
2 eyes, 4.
Nose.
No, you said nostrils already.
2 eyes. No, I said nostril, eyes,
4.
your ears.
2 ears, 6.
Your rectum,
7.
your fingers.
8.
And the top of your head.
Huh?
Your mouth.
9.
Yeah.
9. Okay, man actually has 10. The most important one you left off. Somebody tell me what you think it could possibly be.
Navel.
Your navel, exactly right. the one that wrapped you in skin and made you a living human species. Adam was the only man that didn't have a belly button. Isn't that something? Yeah. Now, if you don't take care, if you don't minister to these 10 openings on a man, you're going to get sick. And you're going to have to go to the devil to get well. So you can see why the devil got us sick, right? You don't even know you have these now. You don't even acknowledge these openings. So you can't be ministering to them every day. Is that right? Okay. Oh, here's a good one here. How many commandments is it in the Bible?
42.
I heard 42. Can I have another opinion? In any Bible, right? So I told you not to talk. It's 613. You was wrong anyway. She said 600. But she was getting too close for comfort. It's 613 commandments, okay? It's 33 right there where the devils tell you it's 10. But he won't allow you to use your mind to count. You just take it for granted without counting behind the devil. So you will always be a dummy if you had never met me. Think about it. Is that right? For in any Bible, in Hebrew we call it the Torah. 613 commandments are called Torahs. If you look in the Bible over there where it says it's wrong for a man to lay with a man like he lay with a woman, you get that in a number, wouldn't you? Huh? Wouldn't you?
That's right.
Or some of you don't. Huh? That's why homosexuality is taking over the church, taking over the Africans. It's wrong for a woman to lay with a woman the way she lay with a man. Isn't that commandment against that? Huh? There's a commandment in the Torah that tells you to put my name upon you, and I will bless you. You remember reading that one? Let's read that one and see. Give me the last chapter of the book of Numbers. I believe that's what I want. We'll see. We'll see. The last chapter, the last verse says, "These are the commandments and the judgments which Yahweh commanded by the hand of Moshe unto the children of Yahweh in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho." All right, these are the commandments. All back here before that, he was talking about certain inheritance laws. All right? Calling them commandments, is that right? Huh? Okay, let's get... Where's the one dealing with your hair? Number 6.
Leave stuff alone, please.
The number 6. When a man makes a vow of Nazarite, number 6:2. Speak unto the children of Yahweh, and say unto them, when either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite to separate themselves unto Yahweh, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried grapes. Now, then, those... the people in the holistic healing, they'll quickly recommend grapes for a snack, help you to cut down on some calories. Is that right? But if you ever make the vow of a Nazarite, and you can only make the vow of a Nazarite if you intend to serve Yahweh. All right? Y'all talking about y'all serving the Lord, but y'all lying. All right? Well, you ask any of the slaves right now, what do you serve the Lord? What did you serve him last? Did you serve him water? Did you make up his bed? Did you chauffeur him around? Or what did you do? They said, I went to church. That's stupidity right there. Look up the word serve and see what it means in any dictionary. What it means. You perform duties, responsibilities to the one who's the head. Is that right? All right? Okay, so you don't get drunk off nothing. This is mainly what it is saying here. You don't get high off the grape juice, the grapes, the wine, or nothing like that. Because you're going to serve sober. That's all it means. So you don't switch from wine to marijuana. Because that ain't grapes. You see what I'm saying? The object of the commandments is to keep Yahweh's servants sober while they serve his family. Does it make sense? You serve and you make a vow of a Nazarite for 7 years. And Paul made a vow of a Nazarite. He was from the tribe of Benjamin. So anybody can make a vow of a Nazarite because you're commanded to serve Yahweh all the days of your life. So you don't get drunk. Now, the latter part of this 6th chapter, it says, 24th verse, we'll read. I'm going to bring this back into the Hebrew original, what was actually written here. And you can follow me close enough. And we'll get into the name of Yahweh, Yah and Yahweh, and Yahshua in a little bit. And it says, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance unto thee, and give thee salam. Salam meaning peace, where you don't be disturbed by anybody. It says, and they shall put my name upon the children of Yazrael, and I will bless them. You follow me there? So I don't see anybody with Yahweh's name on them in the room. But I'm hoping by the time we finish these series of scriptures, you're going to know why you haven't been blessed. You're going to know that you're under a curse right now. And Yahweh himself has come to remove it. Okay? Apostle Paul said a long time ago after his conversion back to the path, because he had got with the Romans there for a while, you know, and he went to putting us in jail. Y'all know a bunch of niggas like that'll do that right now, don't you? Get on the side of the pink folks and the white folks in a minute for that paycheck and handcuff a brother and lock him down and take him on to jail, right? When he could help him to escape if he wanted to, couldn't he? So Paul said in Ephesians, let's go to Ephesians 3:14 and 15, it's very important, he made a very important statement in the new covenant, or the new Brit. Ephesians 3:14, 15. Anybody got it? Anybody found that one? 3:14 and 15. I like for somebody else to read with me because I found out that's how the preachers tricked us a long time ago. Telling you things that wasn't in the book. Huh? And I learned to read at the age of 3. The teacher had to be very sharp. A preacher had to be very sharp when I sat in his classroom because I had a good memory, still do. And don't tell me you see something there and I'm looking with clear vision and I ain't reading that. Now, only thing I will do here, in order to keep you from blaspheming any longer, I will restore the Hebrew names in a place where it has been removed, okay? All right? How would you like to give credit to Reverend Jones for something that Elder Davis did? How would that be fair? That wouldn't be right. And you've been doing a lot of that, but I hope to correct some of it tonight. Ephesians 3:14 and 15. Somebody with me? So for this cause I bow my knees unto the Father of Adonai Yanu, Yahshua HaMashiach. Don't look like nothing like that there, does it? Now listen what it says in the next verse. It's going to blow your mind. You won't sleep good tonight. after we reveal what is written here, of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you're not connected to the same name that Paul was talking about in Hebrew, hey, you are outside of the family. Huh? 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, turn from their wicked ways, seek my face, said, then will I hear from Charmaine, I will forgive their sins and heal their land. Y'all remember reading that? Huh? So over here in the commandments we found out that you're supposed to put the name of Yahweh on you and get a blessing for it. Is that right? And here Paul is saying, I'll bow my knees to the Father of Yahshua HaMashiach, of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named. Yahweh is the only name in the universe and in any language that represents family structure. From the Father being the head, who is Yah. The He, the H, represents the mother. The Vav represents the son. And the other He represents the daughter, the H. Now, will this chalk right on this board?
Yes. I want to show you what I'm talking about here.
Erase it.
I can erase it?
Yep.
This will erase like this?
Yep.
Okay. Hebrew is written from right to left. Hebrew tells the story about the creation from the very beginning. Yah came from above, he created the universe, and he came down to the earth. Point above like the point below. That's Yah. That's the Yah. The He in Yahweh, this represents a woman. Telling the same story. She came from above, in the creation, came down, and was manifested down here. Yah, the first letter is up high. You notice that? The third letter represents the sun, the Vav. Came from above, created the universe, and manifested on earth. Is that right? The fourth letter, the other He, represents the daughter. Why? This one and this one looks alike, don't they? Don't daughters look like their mothers generally? All right, this is an extension of the father, the Vav, so don't the son has a similarity to the father? In any tribe, in any nation, is that right?
That's right.
All right? So here we have the name that Ashonai, you call Apostle Paul, is talking about here. He said, I'll bow my knees to the Father of Yahshua HaMashiach, of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named. He wasn't saying he was bowing to Yahshua now. Get what he said straight here. He said the Father of. Is that right? Huh? Is that right? But in Africa, in the East, it was and should still be our custom to bow down to every man. Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? Huh? The devil tell you, oh, you don't bow down to nobody but to God. No, we're talking about you don't bow down and worship.
That's right.
No, man. But you go to Japan, China, Africa, right now, and the ones that love you the most and appreciate you the most, they bow like this. The greatest fighters in the world, the Taekwondo experts, the Kung Fu experts, karate, Itami, and a few other martial arts, they get in the contest all the time to see who is the best. But before they fight an opponent, they got to stand upright, perpendicular, four square, and bow. They go through their contest and they can beat him bloody. They can win the fight. But as soon as the fight is over, you got to stand right back up in front of this man. Have you ever seen him do it? Huh? Y'all ain't never seen that? Huh? What are they doing? They're still honoring that man. Huh? Even though you might have defeated him, he still honored him. It's just a contest. It's just a sport. All right. Now, I'll tell you something.
Most of us don't even believe that we've got to love our neighbor as we love ourselves in order to make this trip. Would you believe that? Huh? If I say I love you as I love myself, the same things that I want for me, I want for you. Huh? Because we're supposed to be in one family and in the unity of one faith. We have in effect right now internationally over 5,000 different religions. Over 5,000 different religions. And they met not too long ago. I didn't attend. I should have been there, but I couldn't possibly get there. So if there's over 5,000 different religions, you can just count on all of them being liars. Is that right? Huh? If there's 5,000 different ones, then you can count on there being 5,000 liars easily. Is that right? Huh? Okay. Let's see if we can find some proof. We're going to go in the book of Revelations 12 and 9. We're going to reveal something here that might astonish some. Some of you may have read a long time ago and believed it then, and you may believe it even more now when you hear me tonight. Revelation 12 and 9 says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan. Now, I wasn't talking about no snake here now. They're talking about a slick and sly Esau Edomite Jew. Do you hear me what I'm saying? Says, call the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Now, believe me, that did happen. You can't say in this room that you have never been deceived when I get through teaching you tonight. You're going to know you have been deceived. Huh? Deceived means made you believe a lie thinking it was the truth. Made you speak lies and teach lies to your family, friends, and neighbors thinking it was the truth. Believing it was the truth. And just believing lies. That's what deception does. How about that? Deceiveth on the end, we come to the Hebrew letter TH part of Tav, the last letter in the Hebrew alphabet, which means he will deceive you till the end. That was his intent and purposes. All right? So I come along just in time to tell somebody the truth so that they won't all be deceived. Is that right? So he was cast out into the earth, and his Malachims, you call Malachims angels, but they're nothing but high-ranking men that works for the head Satan, or the head of the government, or the president's men, say were cast out with him. They were cast out of where? Where were they cast out? They were cast out of the Holy Land. They were cast out of the land you call Israel now. It was Yisrael when we were there. Okay? Because remember, in our language, we don't have the letter I, J, W, X, Z, E. We write with consonants. Vowels are overstood to follow the consonants, reading from right to left. All right? Is that okay? Huh? So if you see anybody in the book named Isaiah, you've been deceived. Because my servant was named Yah. He had Yah in the front of his name and Yah in the back of his name. Why? He want to honor his father when you invoke his name. So you see what the devil and Satan did? They took Y-A out and put I there in the front and in the end. You know the name Isaiah, don't you? How to spell it? Okay? And he did it with many names. Yara, Maya. The demons call Jeremiah. Jeremiah never lived in my land, in my country. He never wrote any books, okay? Jeremiah did, all right? And he was not a dummy, okay? Very wise man. And we could go on and on. Obadiah. Obadiah, you call Obadiah. Never had a servant named Obadiah. Obadiah. You know the book. Okay, and they can go on and on and on. But they just deceive the whole world, making you believe these lies, swearing by these lies. And they're nothing but falsehoods. That's the truth. Okay. Said, he was cast out into the earth. And I heard a loud voice saying in Shamaim, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of Eloheinu and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before Eloheinu day and night. Okay, that's what they're doing right now over at the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. That's Satan, you see there with that little black suit on, that little curl coming down the side of his head right here. That's Satan, that black suit. I wear white robes mostly, but sometimes I hide a lot. This is a picture of me in one of my robes. All right, you can pass it around. Pass it back to me. You would never see Satan in a robe like that at the Wailing Wall or no other wall. Huh? Chinese Wall or the Berlin Wall either. Is that right? Huh? He always wear black. So then he must be my opposite, is that right? I love white. Why? Because white is more comfortable, it's more clean. Shows up dirt easy. Isn't that right? Huh? I wouldn't have given the sanitary laws if I didn't want you to keep spotlessly clean. Huh? Amen. Most of us don't even know how we should dress. Think about it. You read it here, it says, and white robes were given to every one of them that believe. You ever read that scripture? Huh? You think it's put in there for fun? That's for you to do. Number 1537, let's turn to that one. If you study that robe, you see a lot of fringes at the bottom. I think it shows up on that picture at the bottom of it. You see a lot of gold fringes at the bottom on that picture. Okay, I'm going to tell you why those fringes are there. We're going to read it, and we're going to know why they're there. Numbers 1537. Anybody got it? Numbers 1537. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, speak unto the children of Yisrael, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. That means for as long as they're born on this earth, throughout their generations. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. If you look down there very close at the bottom of that picture, you see a royal blue ribbon right at the top edge of those fringes. Have you noticed it? On that picture. When you go by the word, you get it right. Because the word, as Yahweh wrote it, it was perfect as it was written, to make his people perfect as they live it. He says, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it, and remember all the Torah, which is 613 commandments, that you may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Elohai. Now, if you even look at these pants I got on here, you see the fringes even down there? Huh? Huh? This is the kind of stuff the Hebrew boys wore when they put them in the fiery furnace over there in Iraq. It used to be called the Kingdom of the Medes and the Persians. but that's the same place where we just fought. Weak Babylon just fought ancient Babylon in a war just a couple of years back. And I don't think the war is over. I don't say the war is over because troops are over there right now. I was on Saddam's side, and most of the uncivilized world was on the United States and the Allied side. With Bush, yeah, I brought Bush out of power. I got some videotapes. I want you to see sometime. We get together and show them. My ability to prophesy is unbelievable. But I record a lot of prophecies so that you can't say I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Some of them I put in the newspaper, some of them I put on TV, and I record them on videotape. So you can't say I didn't do it. All right, I'll pull the proof out on you in a minute. Because the Bible will tell you to prove all things and to hold fast to that which is sound. It'll tell you a time will come when men will not endure sound doctrine. What is sound doctrine? Sound doctrine is something you can prove. They won't live it. And that's what's going to cause them to burn. We've got so many people among our families, among our tribes. They're writers and they're singers and they're actually singing songs to destroy us as a people. And we're not even trying to put a stop to it. Huh? You hear me what I'm saying? They talk about rappers is good for the country. I'll be damned. No. Rapping lies and telling somebody to kill me and shoot me with Uzi, that's not helping me at all. Nor my sons and daughters. Somebody should have said amen.
That's right.
It's the truth. I wrote some raps too. Maybe sometime I'll read y'all some of my raps. I'm a writer too, you know. Remember, they won't publish my raps.
I know. It's true.
Some of my wives and some of my sons and some of my daughters write raps. You're having a hard time hearing them, but I got them with me. I'll let you hear. Huh? Like you were teaching today that they that held us captive want to hear some of Zion's song. You know what I mean? You know, it won't apply to you if you hear them. It's for different people in a different place.
That's right. All right.
Talk back at me, y'all.
That's right.
Huh? All right. So these fringes, that you may remember and do all the 613 commandments, and be holy unto Yahweh. I am Yahweh, your Elohai, which brought you out of the land of Mizraim, to be your Elohai. I am Yahweh, your Elohai. Couldn't be no plainer than that. So when it came out of slavery, what happened in slavery? You wear all kinds of dyed garments, and when they put on some clothes on you, sometimes you wear denim and all kinds of blues, reds, yellows, greens, pinks, hot pinks. You don't know whether that's scriptural or not. You don't know whether you should wear those colors or not. So I'm here to teach you how you know. It is written in here in the book of Revelations, and white robes were given to every one of them that believe. All right? Now somebody say, show me some proof. I love to prove the truth. I had it wrote down and sealed till I come, so we could find out some proof. Revelation 19 and 12 says, his eyes were as a flame of fire. Now Satan made a movie called The Ten Commandments. And when they got to the part when they talk about the African king priest, they had somebody with fire, thunder, and lightning and all flashing. They didn't want you to know there was a nigger laying down there at Mount Horeb's base at the foot of the mountain. Yes? There was a nigger laying down there named Yahweh. You wouldn't believe it either, would you? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. But I'll prove it to you. It says, his eyes were as a flame of fire. That means red and bloodshot, by the way. All right? I stay up late. I read a lot, teach a lot. I drink brandy, wine, beer. So my eyes get real bloodshot.
Well, no.
Huh? Amen? me, he said, oh, I heard the murmur when he said he drank. Oh, I'm going to take you in the book and I'm going to show you what I always did. And I always will, and you won't stop me.
Well, tell the truth, bitch.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hallelujah! Oh, the truth will set you free! Yes, I can go have another drink now. I told the truth. If y'all see me drinking, well, he didn't say he was a Nazarite. He said he gave the laws to the Nazarite. Is that right? Okay. He said, and on his head were many crowns. Here's one there on this picture here. That has Yahweh Elohai on my little pleasure cap there. This one here has Yahweh Elohai Abraham, Elohai Yatzak, Elohai Yaakov, and Yisrael going all the way around this king crown. And this one here I haven't even, this is kind of new here. I hadn't even put the name on it, so it's supposed to be there. I couldn't find, in my car I have several of them, but I got so many books and other things in the car I just couldn't find one, so I put on this one. But he says that he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
All right.
Can y'all read those English words there that I just read? Can you understand those words? Just fix your mind on those words because they're very important to your salvation this night. Saying he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Now this is the 19th chapter. You ain't got but 3 more chapters left in the book. So you know we must be mighty close to the end now. Is that right?
All right.
Huh? Count 19 to 22. 3 numbers, is that right? 3 chapters. An awful lot is going to happen in a short time from now. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name was called and is called the words of Elohai. Think about it. Huh? This man had his name written. So nobody knew the name, nobody knows the name but me to this very day. That's how I keep it holy. I keep you from totally blaspheming it so I don't have to kill you. Okay? Alright? Don't call me any kind of name and expect me to answer. I'm not going to do it. I'm not stupid. Alright? Now what's your name, sir? Malachi? If I called you James Brown, would you answer? No, if you did, it'd be something wrong with you. And if God has only been in the dictionary for 500 years in the English language, I usually have a book. I think you have one earlier. Do you have that Bible? Yeah, that one right there. Let me hold this for just a minute. You ain't gonna miss nothing. I'm gonna tell you what's in here and what's not. I'm gonna tell you what the real deal is. Could anybody that didn't know this man's name here, could any preacher, priest, pope, could they have baptized anybody in it?
No, we didn't.
Huh? Could they have preached in it if no man knew it? Could they have taught in it? No, impossible. This is how I tricked the devil and Satan. Huh? Kept my name sanctified. Kept my name hidden. Because if you learn my name, you're talking about doing supernatural things. Magic. You're talking about black magic, brown magic, golden skin magic. You can do all kinds. But that's why they hide the language from you. Because the whole Hebrew language is based on my name. Okay? Now somebody say, well, how did he find out his name? What makes him the man? Well, if I come in a name that nobody knows but me, myself, you better take it for granted that I know my name. But if I go in the Bible and show you a form of it that the devil removed, you should further believe on this name of this man. Okay, we go back to Exodus 14 and 15 when I was bringing them out of slavery in the land of Mizraim 4,000 years ago. Exodus 3, 14 and 15.
Okay, over here.
Any of y'all getting anything out of this? Any of you children, are y'all learning anything at all?
Listen,
It's just listening now, huh?
they better,
Not learning,
they better,
just listening.
they better.
Exodus 3:14 and 15. Anybody got it? Okay, I'm going to show you what was in the book sealed with 7 seals, what was written on the table of stone, what was written on the gold scroll, the copper scrolls, the brass scrolls, the Dead Sea scrolls, and a form of it written in the book of Matthew you call Matthew, what is interpreted and should have been written here in Exodus 3:14 and 15. It says, and Elohai said unto Moshe, Ayah Asher Ayah. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yisrael, Ayah hath sent me unto you. And Elohai said moreover unto Moshe, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yisrael, that was Benai Yisrael, Yahweh Elohai of your fathers, the Elohai of Abraham, the Elohai of Yitzhak, and the Elohai of Yaakov has sent me unto you. This is my name for 2,000 years. Is that what he said? This is my name forever, is that right?
Yes.
This is my name forever. Now I've just invoked to you the most high, holiest name in the universe. But do you see how they altered it in this book? Did you notice the changes? Were you following me close enough to see? I told you they had no eyes in the language, right? So you know what they did to Yitzhak? They changed that to Isaac, is that right? And I told you we have no J's, so they changed Yaakov to Jacob. So you see, you never have the power of these names, because they're already altered. But the fact that I said in the original, this is my name forever, and this is, let's get that latter part, and this is my memorial unto all generations. That means as many as are born out of the house of Yisrael, this will be my name forever. Meaning what? I will never change it to God, Lord, Jesus, John, or Jehovah. Do you follow me what I'm saying? Because I love my name. You should love your name. Your name explains your character. It talks about your destiny. It programs. It actually, spirits come with your name to actually program your life for as long as you live. And most of you will never even learn it. The meaning of every letter. In Hebrew, every letter is a number. And every spirit has a name. Every number has a name in Hebrew. All right, you just call it a number. You call it 2. You can write 2, and then you could figure 2. Then you can write T, W, O. So in Hebrew, like if we say 1, we say Aleph, that's 1. Aleph is 1, no matter where we see it. 1 is creative, 1 is first, 1 is ambitious, 1 is strong, 1 is creative, and on and on and on. Selfish, self-centered, jealous, just like people born on the first day of any month. That, the second letter, when you read Bath in the sentence structure, you read B-A. That was all you were going to read when you see the letter Ba or Bath. But it still remains talking about the second, talks about females, talks about romance, it talks about diplomacy, tact, mediation, and so forth and so on.